Hello, everybody.
Hello and welcome
Hello.
to the
Wine
TheWineDown.
We were just talking about falling back and springing forward. And I'm confused.
Thankfully, we have alcohol, and alcohol is the thing that makes us right again.
It does. It does. What do we have today?
Well, what holiday is coming up?
Purim.
Purim is coming up.
St.
There's
Patrick's
probably
Day.
some sort of drinking for that holiday too.
I think everything's on the table that's kosher for Purim.
Yeah.
You just need a rabbi to bless it, right?
Absolutely. A rabbi to bless it.
So
in this case, we have a leprechaun blessing our week. But how has your week been?
it has
Since
been
the last
great.
time we were here.
I actually hung out with this really cool guy at a wine tasting for my mom's
Oh,
birthday.
that's nice. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, it was you.
Pour you some Irish whiskey. I don't remember because I was drinking.
We had a blast that we featured this wine last time, but we went to I'm going to say it wrong, Insieme, not in Miami, in Oceanside,
New York.
Oceanside, New York.
Wow.
Who knew?
I
didn't, but you told me last time. So
yes,
we
that
went
time
there.
on the TheWineDown.
Yes, there was live music.
There was loud music.
Yes,
loud music.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed the girls singing, and we got to taste some fine wines, have a couple of charcuterie boards.
Yep.
And
everyone loves a good charcuterie board.
Yeah, it was a really good time. I had a great time, but I have to tell you, I really love wine tasting with you.
Oh yeah,
I do. It makes me
I don't do much tasting, so
it makes me feel so important when you taste it and slide it to me, and I'm like, oh, you care what I have to say, and you're like, not really.
I'm checking for poison.
I figured. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a frog in my throat. Oh man, it's in this horrible weather. You know what's gonna make me feel better?
A little bit of Irish whiskey in honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Cheers. You think this will do it?
It's helped me out so far. It's taken me off the ledge with a little taking off the edge.
This is actually really sweet.
It is finished in bourbon barrels, which gives it a little bit of a sweetness and brings together all of those delicious flavors.
Mm-hmm. Like bourbon.
And whiskey and little Irish leprechauns.
It definitely tastes like a leprechaun or two.
There's gold at the end of this rainbow. Right here on the TheWineDown.
Or a toilet, depending on how much you drink.
Just like the toilet. I don't understand that. Just Dubliner.
Some people, not us, but some people when they drink too much, they end up throwing up.
Oh, no, I'm not one of those people. I just forget everything.
Yes, I am a forgetter too. But, just like this.
But I went to a winery with you. That's good to hear. I like piecing the puzzle back together.
You did. And don't worry, we all Ubered.
It's always good to be smart.
Yeah, supposedly I went out after that too.
Wow.
Yeah, I was rocked.
Wow.
I know.
All right. Well, listen.
When you wind down,
you wind down. You wind down however you want to.
I wind down way too much. But it was wonderful. We had a great time. And I'm so looking forward to St. Patrick's Day, especially now that we have... So, Dubliner? Is that how you say it?
Dubliner. Got the dubs, dub plates.
Irish whiskey. So what... Is it Irish whiskey because it's made in Ireland or just...
It is made in Ireland, and that's why they call it Irish whiskey. Scotch whiskey is from Scotland.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Like a Scotch egg?
Yeah.
My goodness.
And unmalted barley is really the definition of Irish whiskey.
Unmalted barley. They had no time to malt it.
They malted in Scotland. The Irish... They don't have time. They're busy.
They took the luck. They're like, luck of the Irish, just drink it.
They're busy looking for leprechauns.
Understood. I'm pretty Irish, and our friend Claire is actually, her father is an Irish citizen. Yeah.
Of Ireland. Where Irish whiskey comes from.
Yeah, he could probably tell us all about that. But yeah, this is something. I think it might kick that tickle in my throat. I think it might go for it.
And you're wearing green in honor of our St. Patty's Day.
That's right. I did know it was St. Patrick's Day. The Purim thing was a joke. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I'm a comedian.
Oh.
I know. It's like you're just finding out something new.
It's nice to find out new things.
So, what is the cutoff for ordering from Sip and Say before St. Patrick's Day?
Right up until St. Patrick's Day at sipsay.com or stop into the store in Merrick.
Absolutely. And you're going to have plenty of
Plenty of
bourbons.
Dubliner and other delicious Irish whiskeys and even some Irish creams to
Oh my gosh, what is that one
celebrate
Irish cream I love?
the season with.
What's the one I love?
Five Farms Irish Cream. It's our favorite.
Oh my
Come
gosh.
in for a taste.
It blows the other cream based out of the water. It has changed my life. Probably for the worse, but it's delicious.
If we were doing a breakfast show, I would have brought that bottle with us.
I actually bring that bottle when I do bingos as shots because it's like you can't not enjoy it. It's like drinking cake, kind of.
Like drinking cake.
Like drinking a cake.
That sounds pretty good to me.
But I make my espresso martinis with them.
Oh, wow.
I just use that, and I use the double espresso Van Gogh vodka.
So you're having double Irish coffees all the time. Good for you.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Start the day off proper.
I mean, yeah. or end the day, depending. And I like it because it's all booze and you can measure with your heart.
Oh, that's sweet.
It is
Measuring
sweet.
with your heart.
I know. So you today were in the jacuzzi.
I was.
So jealous.
Stalker.
Yeah, well.
Stalker much?
I'm always watching.
I had a rare Monday day off, and after doing a little house cleaning, I figured I was going to reward myself with a soak in the jacuzzi on a very windy day.
It was windy. When you got out, did your towel fly?
My robe started to a little bit.
I got to change the cameras that I saw.
So that was, yeah. So, caught me off guard for a quick second, but it was a very delightful soak. Good way to just relax the body after a clean. Really had to cleanse me after cleansing other things.
Yeah, it's good for the soul.
Good for the soul.
Good for the soul. Much like
Irish whiskey.
much like Irish whiskey. I'm going to pour myself a little more. Because that's the type of broad I am.
Well, you got to get ready for Sunday.
It's a little cork top. Like Cork, Ireland. Right?
Just like Cork, Ireland.
Just like Cork, Ireland. This is probably too much, but... Whoops.
We're having fun here on the Wine Down.
We're having fun. So, I actually have a show here this weekend.
A show? Oh, right, the comedian thing.
Remember I mentioned that?
Tell us more.
It's an all-female cast of just the funniest female comedians. There's another podcast that streams from Strong Island. See You Next Tuesday, and Kathy Arnold and Emily Santosis are the hosts there, and they are hilarious. I've been on their podcast before. Much different than ours. Very crass, very female-oriented. Me being crass is just...
Yes.
It's not me. But this day it will be me. So you can come this Saturday, and it starts at 8 p.m. I suggest getting here when doors open at 7 because it's limited capacity. It's $15 at the door, and it's just going to be a really great time. We have, like I said, Kathy, Emily, Kristen Tinsley, whom I love, Mandy Jones, who I haven't seen in like 2 years, and who can ever forget Carl Okerson?
Yep, can't forget about them.
Can't forget that. So it is going to be quite the show, and it's going to be here at the studio. And I've only done like open mic stuff here. I've never actually done a show here, except this show. So it's gonna be something. I'm looking forward to it.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Something to do on a Saturday. A couple
Absolutely.
drinks, some comedy, some fun ladies. Who's not looking for that on a Saturday night?
We're all looking for that in life in general. Just generally.
Laughter and ladies.
Laughter and ladies. Not in this economy.
Not in this economy.
Not in this economy.
One or the other. One or the other.
So what other fun drinks do you drink for St. Patrick's Day? I am big on Irish car bomb, and actually if you search my name and Claire, you'll find a whole video we did on how to drink Irish car bombs.
That's fun.
We
I'm going to
do.
100% do that.
It's just us downing Irish car bombs and like getting drunker and more vulgar as we go on.
Some will say every day is St. Patrick's Day, but I don't celebrate it that hard, so...
Oh, I do.
I celebrate my liver having a good time every day.
You gotta work the liver out or else it gets old. I've heard that from
I'm
somewhere.
not a fan of attaching that to holidays. It's just, any day ending in Y is a good day for me.
That's true. But I do have to say, I really enjoy St. Patrick's Day because it does bring people together. I start at the bar fairly early. And even the producer of the show, Bobby, actually ended up with us one year. We had a bunch of comedians stop in. We had a bunch of friends come into the bar. And I was there from I think from 2 to 2 in the morning. It was crazy. I don't think I'm doing it this year. I don't think I have the chutzpah. But I'm looking forward to just getting together with family and friends, having a couple afternoon drinks, a little corned beef and cabbage. I like the carrots. No one else does, so that works out. And then, hitting the snooze button.
Hitting the snooze
Hitting
button.
that snooze button, that pass out button.
Yep, that's going to be a good one Sunday night.
Yeah, I'm excited for Monday morning, as usual. But like I said, I'm hoping to be done pretty early.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Responsible.
going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one.
Responsible.
100%.
I like that for me.
100%.
100%.
So, what are we doing here tonight? We're having some fun or what?
We're having a blast. Did you want to talk about our guest?
We are. We have a very fun guest on tonight. I'm
have
very excited about our guest tonight.
A guest that is more fun than I ever could have put in a 20-second flyer. This guest is the owner-operator of Amiz.
I think it's just Ames. Ames.
But
it rolls off the tongue when it's Ames.
Ames. But it's spelled A-M-E-S, so that's why
He'll tell us about it.
He'll tell us all about it.
Where that name came from.
He's so interesting. Not only is he now the owner and operator of a landscaping company, but he used to be a narc.
A narc?
Yeah, like the person you wouldn't want to hang out with at a party.
Like narco?
Like narcotics officer.
Oh, that's got to bring a little bit of interesting story to the story.
Well, I'm sorry, he corrected me. He was a narcotics detective. And I think we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I'm more interested in the lawn situation.
Was that Pablo Escobar? I think he was into lawns.
Yes. And I think
big lawns.
And tunnels.
And tunnels.
Used to, dig tunnels under lawns. It's terrifying.
I'll have to ask a landscaper about that.
We're gonna have to ask the landscaper, and don't let me forget to ask about the moat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We definitely want to talk about the moat. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna bring him on up.
Now you're just showing off. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Now you're just showing off. I can't believe my eyes. Don't stop. Now you're just showing off.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And now we have Anthony, owner and operator of Ames.
Thank you, guys. Jen, Adam, thank you to the Wine Down.
You're welcome. This
We're
is
so
us
excited
on the
to
Wine
have
Down.
It's excited for me to be here. I don't think I ever did something like this. It's
No?
it's a little venture in
They
my
don't
life.
have cops on and say
Yeah.
narcs on, and they say, "Hey, let's get you on a podcast. Tell us about your day today."
Everything is secret. We can't speak of this, we can't speak of that, but, it's been a long time, so, I've been done for a while, so.
How long have you been retired?
I think it comes to about 10 years.
10
So,
years.
yeah,
How are your
been-
knees?
Everything's good. I had a fun time. It was a good time. You know, I always tell people wasn't family history. I kind of fell into it.
Okay.
You know, I give the short stories. Basically, you run from the police, and then one day they're knocking at your door, thinking you got caught, and they're like, "No, we have a job for you." I'm like, "Really? Is this a trap or something?
Yeah.
Is this one of those
And
little
they
traps?"
said cutting grass.
Yeah, they're like cutting grass. That's what we
And
want.
then, yeah, it was all basically down the road from there. You know.
So when you were a narcotics detective,
Okay.
if you apprehended somebody, would you like hold them down and be like, "Hey, we'll be good to you if you sign this contract for me to cut your lawn"?
Yes,
Like-
and that's all I was doing. So as for instance, I got enough customers from that.
Yeah.
I figured I'd
Trim
open
your bushes.
I would
Yeah.
open my own business. I
There
said
you
I got
go.
enough customers, and here we go. And that's it. So one
I'm
goes.
sure you must have worked undercover, you know, like the
Yeah.
van, like
Yeah.
landscaping van.
Whenever we had to find someone and we had to be the landscaper, I filled in for that job.
That
That
was
was
the
the job
guy.
that I did. You know, there's always the TV guy.
Yeah, right,
There's
right.
always
It's
the
a
cable
special-
guy.
Yes.
Let the landscaper take care of it. So, you know,
Listen, you're always sneaking around, doing a little thing in the
Yeah.
bushes here,
yeah.
ear open
Yeah.
to what's going on.
Like they say, you develop the eyes in the back of your head. Look this way, but you can see that way.
Now,
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I don't think I'd sell you drugs.
I wasn't really concerned about that because, you know, you'd be surprised how,
How
people
often
could
you sell your
change.
Gardner drugs? Come
but you
on.
Yeah,
So,
I think
you
it's
know,
the other way. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
There's a very, I tell people, there's a different look, there's a different way, there's a different thing you go through. You know, I was always people say, "Oh, I can never imagine you as one of them." I said, "Work is work."
A landscaper? Or
No,
a cop?
just a good cop thing like this, and because my personality really never was that or is that. But I'm like, listen, you know, you're feeding the family. Your work is one person, and when I'm home is a whole different person.
Sure.
And I used to go under actually two different names. Well, not two different names, but just for work purposes, I used to go under Tony. So I would
That's
differ.
not a far cry
No,
from
that's
it.
not.
I'm
But
gonna-
I knew when people were addressing me or where it was coming
Oh,
from.
like, "Hey, Tony."
Yeah, because I was always, you know, they never know where these people go to and why. Because in the neighborhood, so if someone addressed me as Tony, my
Sure.
mind right away would be like, you know, cop
What-
instinct, you know, bring up
Oh.
because
You got to leave the family at the mall.
family's
Thank
Anthony,
you.
outside is Tony.
That's when you have
Got
to
it.
walk away
Yeah.
from the family, give them the high sign, and be like, "We gotta go."
Yeah, guys, let's just go over here for a little bit. We'll
Yeah.
be all right.
Anthony, landscaping, over here, now.
Yeah, but you know, it was good. It was good. It lasted for a while, and you know, I did my time, and
And now this new venture.
yeah, and then came out, and I was on the couch for like I say 2 years, and my wife gave me chores to do, and I said, I'm gonna find something to do.
Now, are
To
you?
think all you had to do was like screw in a light bulb,
Yeah.
and here you are.
I'd rather cut grass in 90-degree weather and
So are-
sweat like a dog.
Are you a good landscaper?
Hey, I'm the best.
The best?
I'm the neighborhood best.
You aerate
Yes.
and all that?
Aerate, seeding, fertilizing.
The whole thing.
I'm the local guy in the neighborhood. I guess I can say my location.
Yeah,
where's the
absolutely.
neighborhood?
Please, if-
Massapequa, New York. You know, Ames
hometown.
Landscaping, guys. Ames Landscaping.
All-
Probably walked here.
yeah.
Pretty much, it was great. I can't say it wasn't far. It wasn't far,
Are you-
and I can have drinks and not worry about
There
it.
you go. And are you worried about all the plastic plants in here? Because like we don't need
You
you in
know,
here.
I
to
say
sit.
maybe I should talk to him after this or bring some nice little live palm trees or
something
something
you
in
can
here.
cut. You know.
Yeah, bring it
little-
up, spruce it up a little, spruce it up a
something.
little. So
I actually had a lawn disaster. You don't realize how important your lawn is till it's gone.
well, you know, I pretty much do. I do and tell people, but
It was sad. I had a maple contest set up in my yard, and I was going to do this, and I hired somebody to level my yard, and they never came back and like aerated or seeded, so it was just a friggin' mud pit. And they were all supposed to pull out some more bushes, but their chainsaw broke. It was a whole thing. So that whole season, I was just out.
yeah, well, I hate to say, but
Can't find good help these days.
it's
Except for
also
Ames.
it's also some of these businesses, you know, very, you know, it's regulated and not regulated, and that's,
Yeah.
I hate to say like that, but
Well, this
you
was my
know,
fault because it was like a friend of a friend.
Yeah, well, that's where you went wrong in the beginning. You know what they
Yeah.
say, don't hire a friend, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's key number one. But
Number one.
you know, guys, you know, people in this business, I actually get back to fellow trackers. I actually did this even before the police department when I was a wee little kid back in the
Pulling weeds in the driveway.
Yeah,
Oh, no, no,
Thanks,
do
little
my own.
Anthony.
I had to do it because that was my chore. When I grew up, you had to work, you had to do something. So that was my chore to cut the grass. And my father actually liked to do it, but
Did he go out and measure it? Because you're
yeah,
Italian.
no,
so
yeah,
is
yeah,
it-
you know, no, but you know, it was
Yeah.
where you couldn't walk on it for days after you cut it. Well, why can't we have it if we can't walk on it?
You got to be like watering your lawn, watering your driveway.
Driveway,
yeah.
right? The driveway is always getting watered. But with my bicycle up and down the block, make a couple bucks. You know, I grew up back in the. Well, I was born in the 70s, but in the 80s, you know, my parents weren't giving me money. I wanted money. I had to go find a way to get it.
Yeah.
So
Narcos.
That, you know, so that's what.
Narcos.
And then the narco came, and that was that's another. We'll talk about that
Big
later.
money. Big
But
money.
yeah, no,
at that
I
point.
actually did it for, you know, I started that. I actually had a little decent business, and then, you know, and then I gave it up to go to the police department.
You're like, hey, pension.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
You got a pension. You get a little story, but you
Little
weren't.
benefit,
Give out a lot of
sure.
information, by the way. Easy with the pension, you know. Just,
I think we all know that cop.
That's from the
Pension.
landscaping
Yeah.
Funny how all the
job.
all the girls know about the pension
Oh
stuff,
my god,
right?
I've got
From the
I got stories.
landscaping job.
I got stories. Because everybody knows about pensions, but they don't realize there's differences in pensions. Like when you work for the state, and then
Oh yeah, no,
you know,
yeah,
like
that's
sometimes
true.
the pension's not even worth it.
Well, I wouldn't say worth it, but there is, there is, you know, there's always the guys or the person. Oh, you got a pension, you're making tens of millions of dollars. People, if I make tens of millions of dollars, I'll like landscaping, but I'd be out of here. Okay,
be
believe me,
making the
believe me, I'd be out of here. You know?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Is there any kind of landscaping you specialize in? You prefer just lawns? You like bushes? You like
Yeah, I am a maintenance guy, and I mean maintenance.
Crazy
I like
designs.
I do the design. I like it all, but I like the design. And I like the maintenance. You know, it's kind of like I like to see the instant gratification of the product being done. I like getting somebody's property like yours, maybe lawn, and rejuvenate it and get it back to grow. And with a month or so, I could see it. I'm like, oh, it was
Look at
here,
it.
and you're happy. I'm happy. It's good. You know, I like to see the project done complete fast. You know, instead of wait and wait.
Yeah, I'm like instant
know.
gratification. I should have just rolled down that what is that?
Turf.
I should have done AstroTurf.
AstroTurf.
I really should have. I know somebody who
roll the
has.
rug down.
It looks-
ain't gonna be. It's gonna be crap.
funny.
It's gonna be crap.
It's funny you should say that because I
do
currently,
it?
I have done it. I don't currently because I live in a place with a rock garden.
Oh, okay, so all right.
And it's lovely.
Oh, it's nice.
Lots of rocks. I love when the rocks get dislodged from the little. I don't know how it
The
happens.
area? And you gotta chase them all over the place and stuff like
Does
that.
that remind you of back in the day when like a rock runs? You're like, I got this.
Yeah, I got this,
I got
yeah.
this.
I'm waiting for them to grow, but so far they're just rocks.
Yeah, no, there's different designs that are nice and different
grow.
that, but you know. It's,
But I have done the AstroTurf thing in
Yeah.
many places.
yeah. You know, when people ask me about it, and I'm pretty much, I tell them the same thing always, and it's, listen, it's whatever you want, whatever you want to do, but it's really, you're a rug. Just think of it that way. You're putting a rug.
And it gets hot.
Well, it's getting snowed on. It's getting wet. It's
Yeah.
on dirt. The underneath is not a cement. You know, people, I put it in my house. Yeah, but it's climate control. Your house is not getting soaking wet or rained on, and this. So, meaning it's like every 2-3 years you're gonna redo it anyway. It's not forever.
See, I know
Might as
people
well.
who installed like almost what looks like not gutters. What are those things like on the curbs? The
drainage,
water.
you
Yeah,
mean?
they install drainage.
Okay.
And when their dogs go, they just like hit it with a hose.
Yeah, no, it has its process, but like I said, it's not. You know, people get it and think it's gonna be one. I'm done for 20 years. It's not. It's not gonna really.
Just go with grass.
You should just
Yeah.
come over and cut that too. Just
Yeah,
take
just cut
take
it.
the lawnmower and be like, I'm taking this down.
You know, but I tell people, customers that have been with me for a long period of time, it's the maintenance is. It gets easier because what happens is, you know, it's basically getting into the, you know, grass, you know, biology, and not
the
saying
grass
no
gets
further.
to know you.
Yeah, well,
Anthony,
yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, but
Thank
you know,
for
like, you know, there's
weekly
not.
cut.
It's not. You know, the weed control is minimal because the weeds are in the soil. It's all about the soil. That's the secret of landscaping, and nobody will tell anybody. It's all about the soil. And I give my easiest scenario is basically the grass is a seed. You know, it's a plant.
Sure.
So if you put the plant or the seed in crappy dirt,
Yes.
you're going to get crappy results.
Oh.
That's just basically how it works. You build a house on a crappy foundation. What happens? It ends in crashing.
You just
So
explain
it's
the
just-
wine down
you
and
just-
wine
right.
in general because it all comes
You
from
need a
soil.
good foundation
Right.
for everything.
Right,
Yep.
and people, when I
that's
try to
just
explain it to
life.
people, oh no, the TV land that pays billions of dollars, Scott tells me like they got to do this, you got to do that. I'm like,
Ooh,
that's-
I like how we're like shit talking.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
all great. I said that's all great, but guess what? Let me guess. In June and July, it looks like shit. Oh yeah, it does. There you go. You're just doing temporary stuff.
And dogs, good,
You know.
bad. Is that a good thing, bad thing?
they're
Peeing on
part-
the lawn all the
you know,
time.
They're part of it. There's nothing you can do about it.
How do you
You
keep
know.
a
Cats,
how do you
there's
keep
plenty
the
you
dog
can
on
do
that
about
little
it.
curb? It always says curb your dog, and I'm like, that's such a little space.
Yeah.
Like, do they have to just walk that like a drunk person?
I guess they do. You know, I tell you one thing, I think it's got better though. I've been doing this for a long time. I remember it used to be all the curves were filled with it. I think people picking up after it, which as a landscaper, I thank you very much for
I don't
picking
remember
it up.
Pick up
Because
after your
I don't-
dogs.
I don't
please.
remember
There
the-
was
the
because
dog-
like this guy have to
landmines. They used to be all for these little curbs on the grass, the strips on some areas got
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's
it
why I
was-
got a fence when I
yeah.
moved into my house. A neighbor's dog was coming in and shit in my yard. Not even my dog. Picking up shit that's not even have anything to do with
Yeah, and
me.
they didn't care. They didn't care.
I didn't even know where it was coming from, and at one
You saw
point
it
I was
one day?
suspecting my husband
Oh.
because I was like, nobody's back here.
That's
What-
a little suspect.
Because it was like the first time we owned a home that wasn't like
Oh,
a
yeah?
townhouse.
So you
or
figure he was
something.
like claiming his territory kind of thing?
you know, like you own a lawn. It's like I guess I'm gonna shit in it, and I.
All right.
My lawn now.
Yeah.
You know?
I paid for it. I got it. you
But
know?
he's very respectful. I think he would have cleaned up when he was done, or to like
Yeah.
hide it from me.
I don't know. I could go a lot of ways with
I
that.
had a
You know what I'm
neighbor,
saying?
huh?
I could
That's
go-
fun.
No, this was like a little black dog that I saw once that I thought was a rat, and it freaked me out in the middle of the night. But anyway, got a fence. So I am familiar with lawns because
Okay.
I have one. And
I like the green, not only St. Patrick's
Yes.
Day, but the lawn
It
color.
also-
I like
yes,
it. I
we're-
like
we're
it.
bringing it all
Tying it
together.
together, I
tying
like it.
together.
Yeah, nice.
Now, could you explain to me a common
Uh-oh.
problem I have?
Uh-oh.
Why am I growing mushrooms?
You're growing mushrooms.
Growing mushrooms.
And I know you hope you guys got a busy email because it's going to hurt a lot of feelings. And
Gonna
I'm going to
hurt
get a
so
lot of
many
people
feelings.
telling me this, and it's only one key word.
Rabbits.
Moisture.
Moisture.
Moisture,
I like
moisture,
rabbits
moisture.
better.
Mushrooms are in the fungus family.
I've
And I
heard
could
that.
get all geeky with you, but there's actually some biology and stuff like that I had to learn to get a license from
Was
the
that
state
psilocybin?
to do pesticides.
I don't
yes.
have the good one. Yeah, I know.
But basically, it's all you have. What happens is the soil is not porous enough to drain the moisture. So
Got
what's
dead
happening
soil.
is you're getting the chemicals, not chemicals, but biofats that's on the top of the lawn is sitting, and it's basically making a fungus underneath. Creating a fungus, and it's basically just a moisture thing. You ever notice? Well, some people, I only get it in the morning. I only get it when it rains out, and then once it gets dry in the day, they're gone.
You can just bring them inside,
I,
stir
no,
fry them up.
I get big ones.
Put 'em in your
And-
salad.
And, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and it could be
Family.
there's a couple different scenarios. Something people
Eat 'em.
or there's
Delish.
always the one about a root
salt.
or a tree that's decaying underneath.
could
but
be
again,
it.
it's a moisture and
That could be
and
it.
stuff like that.
I like
underneath.
them. I like them. They're like a little family. It's very cute.
No, it's cute.
Yeah.
They're cute.
But
Put
like-
little statues
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
Paint
it.
them.
Hey, you can.
Aren't you a crafty? I heard you saying you were crafty, right?
Who told you I was
I
crafty?
thought you were crafty. You said a little while ago. No, like
love
the
being crafty.
like the Smurfs. You remember the Smurfs? Are you old enough to remember the Smurfs?
Yeah.
Okay, you can paint them like little Smurf
Little
houses.
Smurfs. That's
Little
cute.
Smurfs.
That's cute.
Make them
Craft-
little Smurf houses.
Crafty. That's
would be
adorable.
fun.
if you mean like she drinks wine, then yes,
Oh,
I'm
well,
very
if
crafty.
that's a craft. Is
Yes.
that a craft, Adam?
That's a craft.
There you
She
go.
I'm
drinks-
very
He
crafty.
says it's a
She
craft.
drinks craft
Yeah.
Irish whiskey
Yeah,
from
see?
Sip and Say,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I
she's...
come up with complex construction plans.
Okay, well.
that
Yes.
ultimately fail, but we try, and that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Speaking of half the battle, so like your first job, your first career in life
Okay.
was being a narc, but were you the guy who was buying the drugs?
No, I was part of what we call the apprehension team. So,
Were you wearing like
How
SWAT?
are you back to this after
yeah,
talking
well,
about
she's
lawn
interested.
stuff?
Everyone's interested in it. So basically, I'd go to work just summertime shorts and a t-shirt.
He
I
was
think
the undercover
in
landscaper.
the back of the day, I was a very big baseball hat wearer.
Yes.
Nothing personal. It was
What's
just,
your
I was
team? You're
into it.
Italian. What's your team? Italian from New York, right?
I'm Italian from New York. Nothing against you guys, but yeah, I'm not Irish for March. I'm not St. Patrick's Day for
Nobody
March.
cares here.
Okay,
sorry.
so and I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but that's out the door, and that's okay. So I'm sorry. What were you saying? My
I
teams?
asked about your baseball
Okay,
teams,
I'm a
Vince.
Yankee fan.
Somehow you went on this
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
this crazy anti-Irish rant about how much you fucking hate Irish
No,
people.
no. See, don't take it the wrong way.
it's fine, it's
but
good.
they're always like, it's March. It's St. Patrick's. Everybody's Irish. No, that's
Don't we?
not
Didn't
how
we
it
just
works.
have like St. Anthony's Day with like the?
Yeah, and
cake?
no one knew about it.
I knew about it.
Yeah, like maybe you and the other 3 people.
I don't know
but
who
that's
St.
it.
Anthony is.
See, there you go.
He's the saint of pastries.
There you go. So yeah, you get the,
You get the
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph. St. Joseph.
Is that
I
Columbus?
got lost, so I called him St. Anthony.
Is that Columbus?
No, that's another holiday, but that's
He's not religious, believe it or
yeah.
not.
Columbus is
interesting.
like historical
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
Columbus
but-
is history. St. Joseph's is a pastry. St. Anthony is when you forget.
right.
And St. Patrick?
And don't
Saint-
forget about
St. Patrick beat the shit out of all the snakes from Ireland. He was like, "Get out of here, yous."
And then don't forget about don't forget Prince Spaghetti Day on Wednesday. You gotta remember that. So,
There's a spaghetti day?
Wednesday, you know that's Prince Spaghetti Day. You know,
I thought Sunday was spaghetti day.
Sunday's just the Italian Sunday
What's
dinner.
Prince
which is-
Spaghetti Day?
I think they just it was like a commercial back then. They used to use.
Wednesday
that's
spaghetti
exciting.
day.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember
Taco
that commercial.
Tuesday.
I haven't had a
you know?
good spaghetti in a minute.
Yeah.
My mom makes the best sauce, and this will bring me back to the lawn because I was gonna have a meatball off with sauce,
Okay.
and I was gonna have different noodles that I was gonna prepare,
Oh, look
and I was
at
gonna
you.
have some fried cutlets and things, and everyone was gonna bring
Chicken
their
cutlets.
sauce.
Go
Oh,
like this.
like
Say,
chicken cutlet.
chicken cutlet.
A
Okay.
chicken cutlet with
Say it the right way.
maybe some
chicken
mozzarella,
cutlet.
maybe a little mozzarella on it.
Oh boy.
maybe some
That's too
galamont.
Italian.
Did these did these meatballs roll off the table?
No, you would bring your own meatball and sauce because that was the whole point was the meatball sauce off. But then my
Well, like a
lawn
tasting
wasn't done.
contest kind of thing.
My mom won a meatball contest a long time ago
Okay.
at a bar, and we've been riding that high. We've been riding that high.
That's a big. That's a,
Celebrate each year with a different pot.
yeah,
of
but that's a
meatballs
big
and
honor. I mean,
sauce.
I gotta
no,
try it. It sounds
everybody-
good, you know.
Everybody you talk to is like,
My mom makes
yeah,
the
my
best.
mom
My mom, my
and I-
grandma.
I
makes
literally
it.
am like, here's a plaque with my mother's name
yeah,
on
you
it.
got proof. Back it
Like-
up. Back it up.
Back it up now.
Back it up, lady. I hear you.
But then people are like, oh, that plaque means nothing, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, bring it. Let's
yeah,
go.
what do you got? You got nothing.
You got game. Let's throw
I want
it.
to go to a meatball off.
Well,
yeah.
I'm hoping to plan it should my lawn come to fruition.
Okay.
I'm hoping to have this meatball off, and then we can really see. We'll have the chicken cutlet.
Why do we need the lawn?
Because
To
you
do
gotta,
it on
you
it,
gotta
you gotta-
stand on the lawn.
Yes.
I gotta have the tents up. I gotta have the
Oh.
tents up, and you gotta have the lawn, and you gotta have the lawn furniture
Yeah.
out.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Gotta make it nice.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I
I
can have
understand
the whole,
now.
Yeah. If
you
it was
know,
just
picture,
dirt,
you know, yeah.
like people would be like, oh.
I'm standing in dirt for this.
Not the
and-
driveway where it's all like.
No, the driveway. I got a backyard. It's a big thing for me.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to do the driveway's for like the block parties.
You know what? We gotta get this guy out of the hot tub with the rocks. He's
Yeah,
still in the hot
he has
tub
no
with
idea
the
what he's
rocks.
doing over here.
I'm still in the hot tub with
Yeah,
the
as
rocks.
soon
That's all I have space for.
Yeah.
Is whatever branches that have come down from the tree
Yeah.
and the hot
Yeah.
tub.
Like I tell people, there's more than the hot dog and the rocks.
I
okay?
should tell you, wow, I said I used to have this. Total brain freeze. Must be the Irish whiskey
Oh boy.
talking.
Uh-huh.
I have AstroTurf all down around my hot tub.
You do. You do. Don't you also have it on the balcony?
No.
What is
no.
Yeah,
No, that's
like-
regular balcony wood.
Like a Trex or something.
Yeah, I have a deck or
Right.
patio as
So
well.
can I ask you a
Watch the
question?
neighbors.
So you're putting the fake grass, which hurts my feelings.
It's covering up a deck that's really
oh,
like
see, that's
splintery.
there's no
okay.
grass
That's okay.
there.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So it's not on the dirt. You got like,
No. I just
Yeah.
wanted something a little bit
Yeah.
grass-like.
You haven't
to be
decided if you want to
touching.
do the pavers, like the bricks yet, or just kind of hanging out with
my
the.
heart-
I'm a
Pavers.
renter, so I
Oh,
can
yeah.
only do so much.
okay.
Like
No, it's
install a
fine.
hot tub in the back and throw some AstroTurf down,
Yeah.
Listen, I
and a
used to
couple
have.
tables and chairs.
When you own a house, it's like I want to do pavers, but then before I do pavers, I want to knock out these 2 windows in my kitchen so that way I could have a
And then you
sliding
got
door.
I
no
own a house. It's like I'm taking the pavers with me. Let's
Yeah.
go. Hot tub, pavers.
It's all coming with me.
I put this in. This is mine.
You know, it's funny. I was like
Be
that when I
surprised.
first married. We got a whole apartment, and I used to tell my wife at the time, "I'm just throwing money out the window. This is a waste of my time." And this and that. Let's get a house. And now I said to myself, I could live in an apartment I used to say, I'll never live in a condo or apartment.
Yeah.
I could go
Great,
back
great.
tomorrow. I could go back
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Besides the besides
Yeah.
the neighbors being so close,
Yeah,
like
you know?
condo life and townhouse life was like
Yeah.
chef's kiss for me.
You
I
know?
enjoyed it. I enjoyed not having to shovel
Yeah.
Listen, I live in a house. I have the same experience you guys do.
Oh, you have to shovel and stuff like that?
No.
Oh.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
so what experience? You don't have to repair nothing? You can
It looks like a house.
Oh,
It's right
okay,
in the
you-
middle of other houses.
Yeah, but you don't have
You're
to,
not stuck in a building or nothing.
Well, I
yeah.
get anytime it starts to snow, I get like 3 guys who I don't know their names all of a sudden texting me like, "You need me to come?"
I'm
I
ready.
will do a little shovel myself, but
Just
that's
for
to get
fun.
to the
I
hot
just-
tub.
Yeah, to get to the hot tub.
Because the guys that come are like, no, you just need to leave the house. And I'm like, no, I also need to get to the backyard.
It's like we don't have to do
they don't
just the
understand.
critical areas. Like there are areas I have to get to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But I said now I could definitely live to a condo. I want to come out of my house or a condo, townhouse.
Sure.
I don't know what the names are. Townhouse, condo, apartment.
No.
Hey Bobby, the pool looks good today. Good job. Hey, the
like,
plants,
yeah.
guys, look
That's
great
it.
today. Good job.
Cares
I'm
if
gonna go down
it's
to the beach,
snowing.
and on my way back I'll hit the pool and I'll go
Yep.
take a nap, and tomorrow will be another day.
That pool is going to be empty.
Yeah.
I just went to a bachelorette party where they had an indoor pool and an indoor sauna.
Really?
Yeah, it was nice. It was cute. We had
You
a really
live a
nice
good
time.
life, man. You got some good parties going on.
Yeah, you know,
All
it's besides
Keep
because
it
I have to go
alive.
out because my lawn.
Right.
My lawn is all.
Yeah, I can't have the party there. You gotta have.
I can't have it in the house. So
Can't have anyone over.
yeah, I'm distraught by it actually. But it was really cool to have an indoor pool. And in another home, in another life, I had an indoor pool also. So my husband now is like, no. We have a cape
Yeah.
now though, so I guess it's a little different. But I was like, we could put it in the basement. We can get like a dehumidifier. We'll get some like Corel.
I like the way you're
A lot of
thinking.
moisture.
Corel. You put the Corel dehumidifier.
I think with a pool though, I think you think your level is a little too high for the.
Yeah, it would probably have to be off to the side
Yeah.
by itself.
It's a great idea, but
It is a good idea, but very humid.
You know, we were thinking on the way over here, and this would be perfect for your pool and for your expertise, is how about a moat?
We do want to mow. I think everybody
that
wants
would be
a moat,
great.
right?
That's kind of cool.
How about like
so-
a lazy river moat
Yeah.
almost? So
Oh.
it's
Well, they have them
Oh.
again.
keep people
Hold
out.
on, they have them? Who's got them?
Well, again, the people that live a little better than we do. I'm assuming.
Who lives better than me?
Yeah, right. That's true. You do
Forget
live
about
good.
it. I
You
live
do live
great.
good, but
I live
a little.
great.
I think they call it in the lazy rivers. Say
Okay.
we
A
call them
moat would
lazy
be nice.
rivers.
Yeah.
They call 'em moats. The little
You
float.
know,
You float
you can't
around.
come in here.
The pool, a little around. That's all you need.
They never
you
get
know.
out to use the bathroom.
Yeah, you noticed that.
Notice
right?
that. Never. That happened to me. I was with a
Yeah.
bunch of girls, and me and my best friend were getting out and
You know
using
what?
the
I got a
bathroom.
little-
No one else was using the bathroom. I'm like, I'm getting out. This is disgusting.
I have a trivia question for you.
Let's
since
go.
you brought it up. And I was just curious because I'm a little, I'm a little up in age here. You know, I used to go to someone's pool and they used to say, "Don't pee in the pool,"
Yeah.
right? And then I heard this rumor. I don't know if you guys ever heard it. That if you
The
did,
red dye?
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
It is not
No.
true.
Oh, is that a
It
myth?
is not true. It is a myth.
Okay, thank you. You
And
sure? You
How
100%.
I know it's a myth is because
Okay.
I've tried to buy it and it does not exist.
Okay, of course.
I've talked to a pool guy about it too, because my mom's side of the family growing up were all like big drinkers, and my dad would always joke. He's like, "You swimming under Grandpa? You're gonna wish you didn't do that." And I'm like, "No." I'm like, the pool, it would turn red. My
Right,
dad's
right.
like, "Eh,
Oh, they didn't have heaters back then,
Yeah.
so if you caught a warm spot,
yeah,
Exactly. It's
Well,
like,
that I
how-
think is true, but
It's like, how is this pool so friggin' warm? It was
All
like an
of a sudden.
above ground pool, like, with like a Trex deck. It was like, wow, this pool's always really warm. But he was a bigger guy. He'd be in there for hours.
Yeah.
Getting in and out
they
was
do
a lot.
say it's a good 85%,
P, not H. Good 85%.
I know, I'm lost
I
right
guess
now.
15% P
Yeah.
would be the better,
Okay,
would be the
okay,
better
yeah,
bet.
Yeah. And it's horrible.
85% water.
And having a pool is horrible for your lawn, right? With the chemicals, so the chlorine and stuff. And if you get an above ground pool, you're gonna ruin that spot of your lawn.
Sure, you can empty it once a year and then just splash the lawn.
But that's
No?
I mean, first of all, I think I have a pool, I have an in-ground pool, which
Oh,
Yeah,
telling me
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wrong.
He's a landscaper. He
listen,
can
no.
put a few plants
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
a few
yeah.
plants
yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, listen, I am.
You call Mason to get that
I
pool?
do know. Don't plug
You
that.
got the
Don't plug that.
grotto,
Me,
the rocks,
me,
the waterfall,
me.
Ames
You guys
Landscaping.
You guys do those
I,
nickel
I had a guy do the brick for me, but the landscape I took care of. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Of
But,
course.
listen, let me get you. It was a great idea. It is a great
Summertime at
idea.
Anthony's.
And I always just say, look, I work, so I should have a little.
Absolutely.
fun.
Now again, like I said, I think it was my son was being born, so I say 19 years later, it would be nice to get the dump truck to fill it in, but
Really? You don't like
If
ever-
I've gone in my pool,
Let's get it going again. I'll go in
it's
your
it.
pool
You can
for
take the
you.
cover
we'll
off.
get-
If
we'll get
I've got,
going.
everyone says that. If I've gone in my pool, and I'm not kidding you, we can call me the calls now twice. I want to say twice. Once.
How deep
last
does your
year.
pool
Can
go?
I push you in? Because that'll put
Oh, yeah.
you in like another like 3-4 more times.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoopsie.
Yeah, I how deep I got, and I did the traditional
12?
8-foot deep side and the 3-foot shallow side, and that's a mistake too because you can't play volleyball because nobody wants to go into the deep side.
I don't mind waiting.
Yeah,
I would
Like,
love
if
to
you
go
do
on the
waiting.
deep
Yeah,
side. The
come on
short
over.
side would piss
Yeah,
me
I
off.
think
was
you're
always a deep
a
end
little,
girl.
Wow, the short
Sounds
side
good.
would be like
your ankles,
screw
your
that.
ankles would be getting wet. That's about it.
Why am I scraping my knees on playing volleyball?
So all my
Yeah.
mom's family has these pools, and
Yeah.
they're all in Merrick. And we used to play like the weirdest games. Like we used to play games like you
Marco
would.
Polo?
No,
Yeah, oh,
it, would,
yeah, right.
it would be like you dived off the diving board and then you died, and then we had to like
Really?
save you from the deep end.
You seem like you're a happy person.
No one
You
else
got
played-
some morbid.
No, it was
no,
like,
I don't think we
it
ever
was
played that.
motivation. You guys never played that?
No.
I love playing lifeguard.
No.
It was lifeguard, yeah. Except it was like the person who died would like be it would be tragic. Like, it
Marco
would be-
Polo, and it was always the person that jumped out of the pool, and that was the
that's
biggest
fish out of
cheater.
water.
You know,
We
yeah,
made rules
okay,
for
okay,
that.
you're right, but yeah,
We
no,
made
then
rules for that because that's a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
You just can't be
get
doing
out.
that.
Yeah, but if there's the days I come home and I'm like, I'm gonna go in, and then 5 seconds later I'm inside, cool down. I'm like, I ain't going.
You know what? Sometimes I feel like being in a pool, but I don't feel like being wet.
This will be
that make
fun.
sense?
He'll come home. He'll have this speech in his head. He'll go inside the house. And then he'll hear, wee!
Yeah, good. Yeah, somebody. I don't care.
Splash, splash, splash.
I-
wee,
you know what, though?
wee. And it's just me in the pool, frolicking
Yeah.
after
Listen,
a hot, sunny day.
Perfect.
somebody has to enjoy it.
He's right in that.
Somebody has to enjoy it.
But
Listen,
who's the pool boy? It's you, isn't it?
no, actually, my wife is mad at me about this, but I say the same thing. I could do it.
Okay.
I gotta watch what I say because she's gonna have jobs for me to do. But I could do it, and I say this all the time. But when I'm working in my season,
Yeah,
you know,
who wants the extra
on a
work?
Sunday, which is my day off, I want to relax.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to clean the pool, even though it takes 20, 30 minutes, whatever. I don't care,
I pay for someone to service my hot tub
He does weekly.
every other week.
and you can do
every
it.
other week.
And they
Just
leave a
don't
little
go.
thing here.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I want to use it.
Yeah,
I don't want to sit there doing maintenance on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I just want to go in it
when
when,
there was
I
a
want
power
to go
outage,
in
that
it.
was my first worry. Was the hot tub on? Because
Yeah.
you always have it on.
All I want to do is
Yeah,
go in
but
it.
like I said, I mean, I could do it, and then they got it down to really is nothing because they have something called an automatic chlorinator. So I really just garbage day is my little chore. I take the garbage out and put chlorine in the thing. So it's literally the vacuuming, you know, getting the dirt on the bottom, and you know, I say an hour tops.
Sometimes
I
I,
just
do
don't wanna
that
be
while I'm in
bothered.
the hot tub. I've got a little like fish
sauce?
tank
Yeah,
net.
yeah. You skim
And I'll
up the
just go
front.
around. I'll be like, oh, this is part of my soak here. A little bit of maintenance work.
Yeah, yeah.
All of a
Fun
sudden,
times.
you're a fisherman. You're like, hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a big one.
No,
How did this even get in here?
We were part of the hot tub family at one time too on a Memorial Day.
Is that like a swingers thing?
No, it's just like meaning that I had a hot tub. That's the translation.
Ah.
That's translation for I did have a hot tub.
Ah.
Sometimes I speak a little like you know.
No, I like it.
No,
I like your.
I like it.
But I was like Memorial Day.
Sounds so
I
much
have
more
nothing else to
sophisticated
spend my
than
money
myself.
on. Let's get a hot tub, you know. and
Yeah,
it lasted
man.
about 2-3 years, and then I actually did construction of my house, so I had to drain it. Never put the water back
Never
in,
came
and
back in.
that was the hot tub days over.
And
And I don't care what you say, and anyone else tells me, when it's cold outside, and don't tell me that whole, oh, it's great. Look, I was in it. I had one. You, in that hot tub at 100 degrees, and outside is 30, you stick your head out, your head's freezing.
we were good.
Yes, hot
Okay.
tubs at 104 respectively.
Okay.
I have to walk out of my house and go to the
Around.
backyard through the outside
How
in
long's
order
the
to
walk?
get to my hot tub. Sometimes it's longer than.
Okay. How cold is it?
It's sometimes really cold, but once you're there,
Yeah, but it's
oh,
it's 3 seconds of
sometimes
freaking
Longer than 3
shit, is it
seconds.
cold?
It's but like if you're in there long enough, and then you get like the towel,
Yeah.
you like trap it with the towel, and then you run
You can
upstairs.
get back upstairs, no problem. I find it harder in the middle of summer to use it when it's really hot outside.
You
Right,
just turn into
right.
a puddle afterwards. You're just like, ugh.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
remember.
like, but it's fun after the beach, so it's like a
Yeah.
good chill.
we were gonna do the gazebo, and then it's the guys like, get this, oh get that, great, and I'm like, yeah, and then let's use it for a little bit and try it. I don't care what anyone told me. and I literally had it off my deck, which is literally just jump up and, like you said, like
Oh,
literally
man.
20 feet
I
away.
already use it every day.
It was a tenth.
If it was there, I would use it twice a day.
In 3 seconds
You
of
do
freezing.
You do use your hot tub more than anyone I've ever met who's had a hot tub.
I'm almost every day.
Good.
Yeah.
You say you
Sometimes
enjoy it, right?
mornings, sometimes evenings.
It's crazy.
What are you drinking when you're in there?
Everything.
I usually drink.
Is there a special drink you bring, like, or
I have a canned French 75, which I think we had on a few
Maybe like
episodes
3 or 4
ago.
episodes ago, yeah.
So I do have a regular drink that I
Okay.
bring to the hot tub.
You also pour me in like a little wine. when I
Little
come
wine
down.
for anyone who's
Are
coming
you like
over.
a Hugh Hefner? You know, with the
I-
robe,
I
with the
do-
drink.
I do
you
have
know,
the robe.
Like, you know, like,
I do have the robe. I guess a joint instead of a cigar.
All right.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know anything about this.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
I don't know anything about this. I
Anyone's
come down.
welcome. I have.
Not
there's
everyone
a number,
is welcome. Stop that.
But
Why?
but
You ever been there?
It's like a hygiene
Yes.
stop.
but
You
I
know,
have
like,
had a number
I
of
gotta
people
smell
who
you
come to
first.
the
I gotta
come
know.
to hang out for the hot tub. Even people that we know collectively.
Yeah.
Yes,
So.
yes, I've had many good times in your hot tub.
Yeah.
Many more to come.
Nice little soaks. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's just nice to have a body of water that I can fit into all on my own.
Yes, that you can go under.
So I understand the pool. You know, I need a pool
The
in my
lounge and a
life.
couple seats, if you don't mind me. You got a
That's
lounge.
it.
you got the
Absolutely.
yeah,
We'll
the-
hang out. You'll hang
And
on the
it's
side of the
always-
pool.
it's
and
nice and
Hey,
chemically-
Adam. Hey, Jed.
I'll bring you the drinks when you're in
Yeah.
the pool, and then we'll switch it around to the other way. But,
you go. I love
so,
that.
I said someone's got to use it because
Well, you
know.
could use the skimmer when you're
Yeah.
in the pool to like pull yourself drink.
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
drinks like the lawnmower or
I'm sure there's something like that.
we'll make
Grasshopper.
some up. The
Yeah.
grasshopper.
Oh, yeah, the
I'm not drinking a
grasshopper.
grasshopper.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not drinking a grasshopper.
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking, by the way. I don't. Well, I'm married. It's not that.
Okay, you can tell us what you're drinking.
Okay, well, I'm drinking someone's, basically it's tequila with watermelon. And there's a little history behind there. So I'm not a big beer drinker, I'm not a big drinker, I'm not this and that, but I like a social this and that. But the beer, after a while, like I was a Corona guy, it fills me up. I was like, oh, I don't want to drink that. Yeah, 3, 4. And then, then I got onto the Modelo kick, which I think is a little nicer. But I was never a big drinker all my life. I'm not a big, there's some big teenage drinker. Yeah, let's drink. But that was like, what am I going to, I'm 16, of course.
It was like
I'm
a
gonna-
mad dog.
Yeah, 16, of course
Really?
I'm going to drink. But I wasn't like, so... Long story short, I got the flavor to actually, like I said, let me get a drink, like a liquor drink, because, go to places they don't have beer or they have Budweiser or these other, and I'm like, I'm not drinking that shit. So I got a flavor.
Get your
for,
swill away from
I got a
me.
flavor. I got a
Absolutely.
flavor for tequila, but tequila's a little rough, so I had to always break it down. And we went to some place, and I this is I think it's too long for the story. But we went to some place that made a drink, and it was called the watermelon drink. And I became, like, as my family would say, I infatuated with this drink.
Sure, this is the landscaper's drink
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
It's,
Okay,
watermelon
so
tequila.
yeah, so long story short, I wanted to go to this place, and the food was okay, good. I would say it was bad. It was good,
good.
but it was like I'm gonna have the drink. That's bringing me there. The drink. So we'd go to make the drink, and they'd make the drink, and then I'm like, all right, finally found someone. What's in the drink? And he would said, and
He
basically,
said, "Can you read? It's on the menu, sir."
No,
And you were
well,
like,
yeah, but they only write like
"Hey."
2 or 3 things, and there's always that secret, like
Yes.
secret potions that they put. So, like you said, what's in the drink, and short story is like basically tequila with watermelon, triple sec, and something else. I forget what it was.
Pucker?
Something
The
like
secret.
the secret
can't
stuff.
Say
Like,
the
it was like
extra
no, it was like watermelon.
If you want to know, you've got to hire Ames.
yeah, call me. I do know the
Landscaping.
technically. I do know the recipe. Like
He'll give you the recipe if
Yeah.
you let him give you a survey
Yeah.
of your land. Send him a picture,
thank you.
and he'll be like, "I hate that." So,
watermelon goulash. So
yeah.
What can we do for your lawn?
So long story short, I no longer go to the place due to service, which that's another story. I'm kind of like a restaurant snob.
Okay.
Me and
All right,
Adam also,
absolutely.
yeah.
We're
Yeah,
restaurant snobs.
I'm a restaurant snob, and nothing hard feelings. I'm just,
You like what you like, and you like better than what other people like. I
like how he's
understand.
holding back. He's got a name. He wants to shout it out, and he's like, I'm not gonna talk any shit. I'm not gonna.
It's not
say
right
anything
because
bad.
it's not even a food thing. Sometimes a service.
It's the service. It's not the food or the drinks.
I mean, listen, I'll tell you even a quirky thing about me. Okay, I'm a big water drinker. Water, just regular water.
Regular water.
Don't have to be lemon in it, juice in it. Water. When I come to your restaurant, put water in front of me. And you'll make me happy.
All
there's a
right.
drought,
If
this guy
there's
don't
any
Okay.
restaurant workers
water.
out there watching,
Water.
and you see this
Water.
guy,
If I go to a restaurant,
make sure you bring him lots of water.
you could ask
Water.
the people I go with, group friends and family. I go there and they look at me, and the person comes, and after about 3 seconds, there's no water. They know exactly. They just look at me. I said, I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, get him
You
the
know
water,
what? You know
guys.
what the problem is? Water. Simple. I'm very
man.
simple.
Thank
Water.
God we're not at a restaurant right
Yeah.
now. We did not bring any
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. So I'm
No,
back.
I brought water.
Oh, you
did
see? Yeah,
bring
you
water.
did. Yes,
Water.
they brought me water.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like to keep
Very
everybody
nice.
hydrated
With
and-
electrolytes.
with
Yes,
electrolytes.
high class water. See, and
It's
I don't
Adam's favorite water.
And I, like I said, me simple. I don't even need the high class stuff. Just basically water. But so basically, long story short, I decided
You
to
said
make.
long story short 5 fucking times, and I have
Okay.
no idea what we're
All
talking
right.
about.
We're talking about my
It's
drink.
a long
My drink.
story.
And I'm gonna prop up my daughter Erica. Tells me that I'm drinking a margarita technically
Hi, Erica.
without the salt.
All right.
There you go. All right. There's the story.
There's the story.
Tequila with watermelon juice.
Look at this guy.
Watermelon
Popping
tequila.
watermelons.
On top of the world.
Okay, here you
top of
go.
the
Pour
world.
myself a little. There
Here's
it
a
is.
fun fact.
Go ahead.
You could take one of those small watermelons
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
and you can cut a hole in it
And pour the tequila in
and
there.
pour a bottle of tequila
Okay.
in
Love
there, and
that.
you'll have
A good old time.
a good old
With a big
time
drink.
while I'm swimming in your pool
I love that.
and you're partying
Cheers.
with your
Yeah.
watermelon tequila.
Delicious. What's our new favorite drink right now?
That's a plan.
We're on a kick right now.
Are
What
we
kind
on a
of kick
kick
you
right
on?
We're on
now?
a kick. We're on a gin, Saint Germain, and soda kick.
Ooh, yes, we are. We have been drinking a lot of gin, Saint Germain,
And
and
sodas.
Okay.
And they're pleasant.
Doesn't have a name. It needs a
You
name.
know, listen, I'm up
does
to
need a
try
name.
anything, but this is my like to go to kind of thing. And
Well, this you could get, but they would probably give you like pucker, like watermelon pucker and tequila if you were at like a shit bar.
you know what's fun too? The problem is it's seasonal. It's very hard to get this right now.
Watermelons.
If I go to like
Is this
now,
why you got into landscaping? You're like, who's got a watermelon?
yeah,
bush? Where's they
I
at?
plant some
Do you
watermelons.
prefer seedless or seeded watermelon for this?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Why would you want stuff? I hate when there's.
But if
stuff
I'm doing it with
floating
the
in my
straw,
drink.
I can.
hate
It doesn't
It's
matter.
instead of salt, it's seeded.
Yeah.
You know that I get my mojitos strained
What?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
because I don't like. Shit
I know
floating around
somewhere
in my
that does a
shit.
clarified mojito, which is like the broken down mojito side that you would like, but
Let's go
really
right now.
mojitos
But if they're not
should have
chopping the
lots of crap
cilantro
in
I
it.
in it,
hate
then
there's
then-
crap in it.
Oh
Well,
my
then don't-
god, the
don't
crap
do
is
it.
the
no,
best
they
part.
have to muddle it to get the flavor.
Oh, you want
but
the
then-
flavor, but then you don't
But then
want
get the
the
stuff out of it.
Are you regular orange juice?
no pulp.
No.
Oh,
pulp?
as far as my orange juice action
Yeah,
goes,
you
of
are.
course no pulp. It's
Oh my
disgusting.
god.
I don't want stuff.
How did we get to this on the wine?
So you're
down?
basically you
This
can.
might be the last wine down, folks.
Listen,
She
listen,
does
when-
not like pulp in her orange juice.
When I drink, I want to drink, and when I eat, I want to eat.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I might
All
be a
right.
little off, and the expert here could help me. But
Please.
So basically, you can never stomp on your own grapes and drink the wine because you basically get the.
The pulp, yeah,
pulp
nobody
of-
wants to do
Yeah,
that.
no, okay.
Nobody wants to do that. That's the
Is-
expert in me saying
okay.
nobody wants that.
I wouldn't do it just because that's gross.
Yeah.
That's my feet, man. They go on the floor. You know? I'm just saying, they're in shoes, but you know what I'm saying? Not a foot person. Not for me.
No?
Not for
Okay.
me.
All right.
But
we'll
anyway,
keep that for another
we're-
episode.
Before we sign out, I did want to know
Okay, sorry,
what
we
is.
got off subject.
No, we were on subject the whole time.
Oh.
You're our guest, my friend.
Oh.
What was a lawn that you saw and you're like, oh no, thank you? Like a really big challenge, either that you overcame or that you walked away
We
from.
have time for this?
Listen, we're gonna try.
10 seconds. I want the worst house on the block because then I'm gonna make it beautiful.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's my motto. Give me the worst house.
What is your website?
AimsLandscaping.com.
Ames. That's AMES.
Landscaping.com. Thank you.
You're very
Well,
welcome. We
this was
still
a
have
good time.
Yeah, we still have a minute to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do the side lawns, you know, the curb part of the lawn, do they always have to match the rest of the lawn?
The carpet has to match the drapes.
You know, I'm really.
That was a good. That was a good.
You got me beat. I gotta say, you got me beat.
That's how we want to go out on
Yeah, yeah,
the
Everyone
line.
have a great week.
Yeah,
We'll see you in
I
2
can't
weeks.
help that. That's something for me. That's something for me.
There you
Thank
go.
you, everybody.
everybody.
Wind down. Roll the credits or something. Intro.